There are some new developments this morning in the search for a missing Bolingbrook woman. Illinois State Police searched the home that Stacy Peterson shared with her police officer husband, Drew. Now, Stacy was last seen Sunday. Illinois State Police officers left the Peterson residence last night with rifles, a computer, and several boxes. Police also searched the couple's cars and a pond near their home. Stacy's family members say she was in an unhappy marriage.
From little stuff we've heard, it's like it was not a good relationship as long as we knew of it.
She's had problems in her marriage.
Now, Sergeant Drew Peterson was next door during that search and came outside for a short time wearing a baseball cap and bandana. CBS 2's West Suburban Bureau Chief Mike Puccinelli has been following this story from the start.
Mike joins us now with more on this investigation. Good morning, Mike.
I'm joined now by Cassandra Cales. Just so you know, I lost audio, so I'm not going to be able to communicate with you back at the anchor desk, but I'm joined right now by Cassandra Cales. And Cassandra, first of all, thanks so much for being here. We know it's obviously an incredibly difficult time. Drew Peterson, when we talked with him, he said something to the effect that he believes Stacy is where she wants to be. What do you think that means?
There's no other place she wanted to be besides with her kids. And I don't know what he means by that.
So you don't believe there's any chance she would have left, maybe with some guy to go on a vacation to Jamaica or anything, as some people are saying?
Absolutely not.
So tell us, I understand you had a conversation with him. Tell us about that conversation over the weekend and why you made that phone call and what you were thinking was happening.
Well, when she told me Friday night she feared for her life, I was just suspicious, so I always wanted to stay in contact with her. So I saw her Saturday night. We spoke, we talked all day, we text messages. When I left there Saturday night, she said she'd call me when she woke up. And she never called. And I just got really worried, you know.
You got worried right away?
Right away. And started looking.
And then, so what'd you start doing then?
I was calling her cell phone, I was calling the house, I was calling everybody, and then finally I broke down and called Drew.
And that was how many hours after you had expected her to show up to help you and a friend paint?
Probably 5 hours, let's say.
So you were worried right from the get-go. Okay, so then you reached Drew at what time and on what night?
11:26 p.m. Sunday night.
Tell us about that conversation. What was his demeanor?
When he first answered the phone, I said hi, and he's like, "Where's your sister?" And I said, "That's why I'm calling you." And he was just jumping all over the place, saying, "Well, last week she was gonna disappear just like your mom did," and I know that's crap, you know. And then he said, "Well, she ran off with another guy. She's been seeing these other guys, and that's not her, you know."
Did he appear to be breathless during this conversation?
Yeah, he was out of breath. Like he'd been running and stuff, and he said he'd been running around looking for her.
And you had driven by the house shortly before this conversation, and was her vehicle there?
No, neither vehicles were there.
And then did you go by later and see the vehicles?
Yeah.
How much later?
It was 2:30 a.m. Both cars were in the driveway.
So they weren't there
at 11.
And then they were there at 2:30. What do you think happened then?
I don't know. That's why I'm here.
What did he say?
He said that she called him at 9 o'clock and said she left her car at Clow Airport and that she was leaving him, going on a little vacation.
You don't believe that for 1 second, do you?
No. I wouldn't be doing all this if I didn't believe it.
If you could say anything to Stacy right now, what would you say?
I'm doing what you asked. I'm your little angel. And I will find you.
Well, Cassandra, thanks so much for taking the time out to talk to us. We really do appreciate it. Cassandra Cales, the sister of Stacy Peterson, who's been missing now for more than 5 days. Back to you in the studio.